Fighting Talk back again, and today I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Perry Goodwin ahead of his world title fight against Morgan Charriere as part of Cage Warriors The Trilogy 2. Perry, it's been 3 weight classes and it's been a fair few fights, but we've eventually got this world title shot. What does it mean to you to be getting this now?
Well, I know from the start, I think unbelievable. Someone like me doesn't get shots like this, so it's going to be nice to turn the table and show everyone just how good I am, and that's what I think I deserve.
It's Morgan Charriere. I mean, you more than most will know about him. Of course, you had Louis Monarch, who fought him, you trained with full time. You training with Dean Truman at some point this week as well, who was the last man to face him. Why was it important to build your camp around with these sort of athletes who have been in there with him before?
Well, Louis is a friend, a close friend, and obviously he picked up a loss, which I thought he could have won that fight very close, a couple of mistakes. But the likes of Truman, I respect Truman because I think he's a tough fighter and he fights. There's not too many guys that go out there and fight. Morgan's one, Truman's one, and Truman, we were just having a crack over Instagram, and he said come down the gym for a spar, and it also turned out at the same time that I ended up fighting Morgan, which was totally unplanned. Obviously I called him for it, but I call for stuff, don't think it's going to come through. And you played a hand in helping me out with that call out as well by making a little thing on Twitter. But like you say, just it all came together. The stars are aligned at the minute, and I think everything's fallen into place for me to put on the perfect night to cause the upset.
You mentioned, of course, Morgan does come to fight. What sort of fight are you expecting from him? Are you expecting him to try and keep it on his feet, or what do you expect?
He's an MMA fighter, and that's exactly what it is. Everyone's like, "Oh, what's his best at?" I just think he's well-rounded. I think we'll see. I think he's going to come. He's going to try and fight me. Like he has every single other person that he's fought, and I'm totally ready for that. And that's how I fight every single time. It's perfect. It's going to be a match made in heaven.
Look, we know Morgan's got a massive fan base and there's a lot of support on his side going into this. There may be some people who have got you as a bit of an underdog going into this. How do you feel about that? Or for you, is it a case of then there's no pressure on you to go in there and do your thing and the pressure's all on him?
I'm always underdog, let's face it. Come on now, I've got about 5 fans in Morgan's over how many followers. Let's play the game, let's be very realistic, right? No one expects me to win this, and I know that as much. And there's guys in this gym that know I'm going to come to win. And there's guys that I will train with that know that I can win. But outside of that, there's not many people that will give me the upset, but it's coming, trust me, it's coming.
This featherweight division as well, I mean, it's looking really stacked at the minute. What do you make of the division?
There's some good guys, a lot of talent coming through at the minute. When I stepped down because the guys were just too big. And then when I stepped in the division, I picked up two good wins against tough guys. And basically, we got Morgan, who's just is a beast, and then I could have fought the other. There's 2 other guys, but I wanted to hold out. I want to hold out for the title because I feel like I deserve the title. There's likes of the guy with the Mickey Mouse tattoos and the spoiled Irish kid. I don't want to take a step back and fight them guys when I worked so hard to get where I am. But the guys that I've fought and the guys I've lost to, the likes of the Adam Proctors, who just fought for the title at welterweight. The Jack Grants, who's probably likely going to be going for the title at lightweight. I lost to the guys like Reece McKee, who are in the UFC now. These guys, I don't knock fights back. I come and fight every single time, and that's the difference. And so this year I went, right, okay, I want the belt, I want a strap, I want to come away with something. And so I'm going to put wins together, and I'm going to get the belt. And so when I was offered the guys that I deemed not lower than me, they're just as good, but I'm not looking to take steps back, I'm looking to take steps forward. So when they were offering me these types of guys, I'm like, no, that rich Irish kid or the guy with the Mickey Mouse tattoos, no, not for me. So I'm waiting, and I held out, and look where it got me. I'm fighting for the title.
Something I know you've been very open about yourself was, of course, not featuring on the Trilogy 1, and as you sort of put it, you weren't ready, you weren't in the shape enough to then go in and compete. Since then, you've brought Dean Kirk in, anybody can look at you, they say you're a lot closer at the weight now. Why was it important for you to make that change when you did?
Well, let's be honest, like I drink and I eat and enjoy my life. As much as I love fighting, and I'm a hell of a fighter as well. But the thing is, when my time's out of camp and that lockdown come in, I was just I was mad, man. I was crazy. I was working every day still. I worked all the way through lockdown. I was eating. I had no routine. And then, oh yeah, by the way, do you want to fight on the first trilogy? I'm like, I could have made that weight. I've done it before. I've done was it 20 kilos in 12 weeks and ruined my body against Aimable and won the fight after 3 rounds. So look, I know I can do it, but I'm like, I need more than this. Like, I need to give myself more respect, and that's what I've took. I took a step back, reevaluated some things. Brought Dean in. Dean's done wonders. Trust me, the first time I've ever dieted. Normally, I'm just like, I'm the guy that starves themselves to make weight, and it was like, what are you doing? You're going to be ill. I'm like, no, it's mental toughness. It's just mental toughness, and that's the way I've always done things. I've never ate so much in my life. And lost weight at the same time. So. Props to Dean, and all I can say is you'll see on the night, and when it comes, you've got still 6 weeks, and I've got abs. It's crazy for a guy like me. I'm talking about I'm the fast man in the gym, and now I'm going to be the most ripped. Give me 6 weeks, and you'll all see.
Look, we're 6 weeks out from this. The Cage Warriors title, it's synonymous with that UFC. What would it mean for you, a lad from Redcar, if you do get that belt to go on then and get that UFC contract?
I don't look that far ahead. That belt was like, listen to me, when I first started MMA, I didn't think of anything like that. I didn't think of people talking on the Cage Warriors forums. My dad was on the Cage Warriors forum. I didn't think I'd fight in Cage Warriors. So and then out of nowhere, I'm fighting in Cage Warriors, right? So I'm like, wow, what the hell? What's going on here? And then I think I got close to the top 20 in the UK when I was at lightweight, and then Jack Grant kicked that dream away and kneed my face off. So I reevaluate some things again, and now I made top 10. That was my goal, to make the top 10 in the UK. Now I'm 7. Right? I'm going to fight number 6, right, for the what I see is the biggest thing that could happen in my life, and I'm putting everything into it. So it's going to mean the world to me, and when I get it, and I'm going to get it. Trust me, I've got something for him. I've got a big plan. It's going to work out a whole well. Trust me.
You mentioned your dad there. I mean, the last time we spoke was just before that Steve Amiable fight, and you were saying when you first started, it was your dad in your corner, no coaches. How far have you came, not only as an athlete, but as a person, from those days to this title fight?
Like, it's crazy. I mean, when I say it's crazy. I wasn't a good guy. I haven't always been like a perfect role model or a half decent person, but where I'm at now, I feel like I'm somewhere near there now. I'm somewhere near there. And my dad, he's still going to be there in my corner. He's going to be there when we win the title. And nothing, as far as me and him, now it's changed. But me as a person, I'm on a different level now, and I'm a different person. We're going to take the win and get the strap.
And finally, Perry, can I get a prediction off you for how this one's going to go?
I'll finish him in the 4th. That's legit as well. We've got a nice plan. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I think I'll finish him in the 4th. I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait. It's just me.
Perfect. Perry, thank you very much for your time, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, go for it. TS10, Red Car, we're coming. We'll get this title. Shout out Tom Palmer, Steve Brinsley, the boys.